This time last year, and exactly this time last year, we have started excavating one of the largest, if not the largest, stone-built castle in the country at the time. The time and the place was medieval England, and the castle was Sheffield Castle, which stood right there at the confluence of two rivers, River Don and River Sheaf. In those brave days of old, when the Sheffield Castle stood and all the country around it was hill and moor and wood, the view from this place, Mearsbrook Park, was of course very different to what we can see today. The building that dominated that view was the castle, which was home to some of the important families of the time, and the castle that played an important role in English history. Archaeology is science, but to be able to put that science in its context, very often a bit of art and a healthy dose of imagination is needed. I walk through this beautiful park at least twice a day, every day, and for the last year I was here twice a day, and I stood here and imagined the castle right there and all the life and the entire Sheffield at the time. And it's pretty mind-tickling picture. But let's go and see what is it that signs say about what we have found during the fieldwork. Ash, we've lost Sam and Amy to some other Wessex archaeologist projects, but you've been here for a year working in Sheffield Castle now.
I've done nothing else for a year.
So what is it? What do you think we have? What is it that we have found?
Well, we've tightened up our interpretations a bit. We sent the pottery out to a specialist, and he assessed the pottery and told us how old it all was. And most of our medieval stuff's actually slightly older than we thought it was. So that's a really good result. Pleased about that. And all the other categories of finds have gone out as well, and we've got the assessments for those. We sent off samples for various dating techniques. We're doing AMS dating, which is a bit like radiocarbon but slightly more accurate. And we've got luminescence dating, which is some science magic that tells us how long it's been since quartz grains were exposed to the light. And we're doing some dendrochronology as well, which is you measure the tree rings in wood. So we've got a lot of results coming in that we're very excited about.
Right. So that is the upper platform. That is the inner court of the castle, isn't it? And what is going on with the moat? Like, do we know how wide, deep the moat is now with that one trench that we have opened?
Yeah, so we have that trench 10, that really deep one, and there was an existing trench that was put in by Arcus in 1999, and we've compared the results of the two, and they all line up lovely. It's beautiful to see how well they correlate. And we now know that in the eastern arm, in that location, the moat was 8.5 metres wide, and it was slightly deeper than our excavation, so we've extrapolated the two lines, and it might be 6.5, 7 metres deep, something like that, from the ground surface. Wet,
dry, do we know at this stage?
We did that borehole survey as well, and we're still awaiting the final results from that, and I'd very much like to know if it was wet or dry. That's a question that we're all excited to hear a definitive answer to.
So that is still to come, but until then, where can we get? Can we read about that somewhere? Can people read about the results?
Yeah, we've produced an assessment report. There's more reports to come, but this one's going to go out on the internet for everyone to see, and it'll be available when this video goes live.